I'll give you my OnlyFans.
Okay, I just gotta be silent, and then I can get through this. Don't freak out, John. Oh no, he's coming this way. Just keep your eyes closed. Don't open them. Don't open them at all. What? Those shoes?
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tom Dark channel. I'm your host, Tom Dark, and today I will be talking about nothing again. I mean, it's not like I usually talk about anything important anyway, you know, it's all YouTube drama, but today I'm really gonna be talking about nothing again. Like, this is a video with no topic, there's no news story, just like the last time I did one of these. Instead, I'm doing a video where I just talk about whatever stupid shit is on my mind right now, and there is a lot of that, okay? The reason why is because there's not any story or anything online that I'm super interested in doing a video on right now, and I don't have the motivation to try and make something like a real video. So instead, today, I'm doing this.
Subaru.
I got a bunch of comments last time about the car I was talking about getting because I had to get a new car and I was talking about that last time, and believe it or not, that video was like 3 weeks ago now, or something like that, and in between the time that video was posted and now, I did it, okay? I went to the Subaru dealership in my mom's white Corolla. Well, I guess it's kind of mine, I don't know, she owns it, but whatever. Had an appointment scheduled to test drive some cars, I had to get one. So I drove there and pulled in, got out of the car, walked inside, and I immediately felt out of place. I sniffed, I was looking around, I was like, something's off here, I smell something weird here. So I drove there. So I already said that. Okay, I went inside. I look around in this room and it's like full of boomers. And there are a few families in there talking to like salespeople, talking about buying their new Subarus. And it was at this point that I realized that I was about to get a car that is marketed towards 37-year-olds. Just kidding. I actually already knew that going into it.
I'm at like a thrift store that I go to all the time right now, and I park and I look in front of me, and the fucking car in front of me, its license plate says fucking Subaru. Subaru! Subaru! Subaru!
And this dude came up to me and he was like, "Hello, sir. Do you have an appointment, sir?" And I feel like he expected me to say no, like I'm just some fucking freak coming here without an appointment. I'm some fucking piece of shit with no appointment to the Subaru dealership, like I just roll up, like the place is mine, you know, like I don't respect the establishment. And it was at that point that I took out my Glock and I pointed it right at his forehead and I told him, "Give me the new Outback right fucking now." So basically I was like, "Yeah, no, I do have an appointment. I'm a cool guy. I scheduled it." He was like, "Okay, sir, why don't you go sit down right over there?" So I sat at this table and he brings over this little iPad and he's like, "Okay, sir, so first things first, how are you today? And could you tell me a little bit about yourself?" And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, this is like, you know, this is like the first day of 5th grade. He's asking me how I am and what's up. You know, he's asking me who I am. He's about to groom me." And so I told him, I was like, "Yeah, I'm from Gayville and I like to eat shit off the side of the street, that kind of thing." And he's like, "All right, I hear you, brother. I really understand that, brother. Okay, I really hear that. I understand that. So what kind of car are you looking for today?" And I was like, "Okay, I mean, I don't know exactly, but probably either the Subaru Impreza or the Subaru Crosstrek, okay? Anything bigger than that just seems a little overkill. I don't really drive anywhere. I'm pretty much just in my bedroom whacking it to pictures of chicks dressed as beverages all day. That's a meme, okay? I'm busy being an important content creator. I'm busy putting out important content for the world. I'm busy guiding the Western world. I don't do any of that stuff." He goes, "Okay, well, if you want to test drive some of them, you can and we can do that. But first, could I see some ID?" And I don't know if they usually ask for ID. I assume he asked me for it because since I turned 16, not a lot has changed, to be honest. And he was like, "Okay, this is a real ID. Okay, you are of age to drive, sir. Thank you, my good brother. Thank you, my good brother. What do you want to drive first, sir? What kind of car are you interested in test driving here at Subaru today?" And I say the Subaru Impreza, I say the Subaru Impreza. Give me the Impreza. I say, can I test drive the Subaru Impreza? And he's like, okay, I'll go get it. I'll go get the car. So he brings the Impreza around, all right, he whips it over, he whips it into the parking spot. It's black and it's the sedan version, which is not the one I wanted, okay? I wanted the hatchback, but I assume the sedan drives like the same as the hatchback, you know, just got the bigger trunk and the hatchback. And it was pretty nice on the inside, not gonna lie, like it had leather wrapped steering wheel and all that shit. I don't care that much about the interior, but it was cool that, you know, the seats felt pretty nice. Pretty dang good, a lot lot better than the car I have now. Had all these fancy buttons and screens in the car. So I took it out of the parking lot, took it down the road. He was like, bro, we're not going this way. We gotta go back to the dealership, bro. And I was like, yeah, bro, I know, but like, you know, I know this homeless camp and I gotta test out how well the front of the car does on their tents. And he goes, yeah, I totally understand that. I get that. Look, why don't we limit it to like maybe taking out 2 families for today because, you know, we just can't be ruining the dealership's car. And I was like, all right, I understand. Okay, no more fucking around. In all seriousness, I did take out a few homeless people. Okay, but in all seriousness, the car felt pretty great to drive. Like the car felt great to drive. It did feel great to drive, though. It did. There's nothing ironic, okay? Obviously, you know, because it's a lot newer than my car, it's going to feel that way anyway. But the all-wheel drive meme felt excellent. I was like, yeah, okay, this car rocks. I like this guy, okay? This is the car of champions. This is the car of guys who have pussy and get pussy, and like a lot of it, like a ton of it, right? So I take it back to the dealership. I'm like, yeah, so just for good measure, could I drive the Crosstrek? Which, for those of you who don't know, is like the same meme as the Impreza, but a little bigger, a little higher up. But it's got the same like body and everything, I think, like same trunk. It's just like a little souped up, okay? A little Subaru'd up, some may say. Definitely did some more significant damage to the homeless camp in that one, but felt a little overkill, so I was like, all right, you know, I just don't need it. It's like $7,000 more. I really don't need this. So I was like, okay, brother, give me the give me the Impreza Premium. I'll sign on a new one. So yeah, the dark gray one, So I was like, all right, yeah, I think I like the Impreza Premium. I'll sign on a new one. So yeah, you know, the dark gray one is the one I signed on. I don't have it yet. The guy actually texted me today and was like, yeah, man, I just got her from Japan. And then he was like, oh no, I'm actually just joshing you. I was memeing. I was being ironic. I was using meta irony on you, Tom. We don't actually have the car. It's going to get to the dealership in a week. I just saw one on the truck that looked like yours, and I got excited. I mean, I took my dick out. I was excited for it, but it turned out to not be yours, so you actually can't come to the dealership today to get your car, you fucking rat. So yeah, basically, you know, the Impreza wagon, this one is what I ordered. I ordered it or whatever. I'm supposed to get it in a week or something like that pretty soon. So the next step to completing life is to move out of the house, which, you know, hopefully I'll be doing, like, sometime soon. Not gonna lie, rent really sucks where I live. It's fucking bad, okay? It's like $2K a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, which makes me want to eat my own dick, and not in a good way or anything like that. So probably going to have to just bite the bullet on that one and do it. Gonna have to pay $2,000 a month for rent alone. Maybe I'll move to like Ohio or Utah or something. Is that where people live when it's like cheap? I'm pretty sure the cost of living there is like half what it is where I am. But no, I'll just stay where I am because I can't wait to pay $24,000 a year for a place to live, just to be on the inside of a little box with windows, okay? I absolutely cannot wait for that to happen.
People say Subaru owners are obsessive. We're not obsessive, we're passionate. And I will passionately fuck you up if you touch my Subi.
So on the last video, Wendigoon, who's this like weed rights activist on YouTube, you know, pretty cool guy actually, he said, it blows my mind how little people from up north drive. Going to the mall on the weekend is 2 hours one way in Tennessee. And since the economy is in an inflationary state, physical assets like a used car stay high because the dollar is worth less. It'll keep its value though, and a Subaru is a good car, so do it. And thank you, Wendigoon. You know, I do appreciate the fact that you approve of my financial decision, and I happen to think it was a good decision. I mean, it gets good gas mileage, it drives, it's got a decent sized trunk, it's the hatchback meme, you know? I mean, what else could I ask for in a car? Truly, it is a good thing to have in my life. It adds value to my life. It makes me a better guy, a better man, a better American, a better person, better boyfriend. I mean, all of these things that I'm striving to be, it just makes me a better one of those, frankly. As for the whole driving meme, I mean, I personally like driving. I don't mind the distances, but considering that my job is inside my bedroom, got no reason to really go anywhere most days. That being said, I plan to do a little bit of traveling, both via planes and on the road, and record videos from hotel rooms. And not that long, so that should be an experience. It'll be like vlogging, but instead of someone cool and exciting doing it, it will be me. And instead of a vlog, it'll just be footage of a video game, and me being like, oh yeah, so I just went to this bagel shop and bought a bagel, and it was, I mean, you know, it was not bad. I mean, it was a pretty good bagel, nice cream cheese on the bagel, but I don't like when the cream cheese fills up the hole in the bagel, you know, that part of the bagel I don't really enjoy. I prefer the hole to be empty. It's kind of an unsightly and weird thing when it's filled, when they fill up the hole of the bagel with cream cheese because they put too much in and then they squish it. I assume that's how it goes. You know, maybe they could put a little less cream cheese. Maybe they could put a lot of cream cheese and then cut out, you know, the cheese from the hole and save that for something else. I mean, maybe they could put it in the trash. I don't know. I just don't want cream cheese inside of the bagel hole.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a fine, normal driving car.
Yes, but you do have to turn off the traction to have like any sort of fun.
Yeah, but if you want fun, you get a WRX or an STI.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking freak. The Impreza wagon is the greatest automobile ever made. Me and my boys been smoking so much reefa, so much ganja inside the Subaru Impreza wagon, and let me tell you, that car is so high, it started driving itself. Because as we all know, the plant activates your brain and makes you a more powerful guy overall, which is something most people won't tell you, something Joe Rogan won't even say, even though he does know it to be true. The more you smoke, the more your insanely genius brain and IQ brain are going up. Everything inside is better. Everything on the inside is better. Reefa Green Schweed 3000 level 4 is where you really need to be, where you want to be the perfect and completely honest guy. When you want to be the red-blooded American, you need to smoke reefa and drive a Japanese automobile, okay?
And you may have noticed that we haven't launched it yet, so now it's time for a launch. Here we go, CVT.
Why does he look so absolutely just disgusted? I mean, the look of pure disgust on his face. You would think he just saw someone like giving a baby heroin or something. So another comment from CZ's World says, I actually have an Impreza. It served me well, but I don't know why you'd bother getting a gas-powered vehicle in this day and age. I've been thinking of pulling a Bowblax. Lots of incentives for EVs right now. Well, it seems you're thinking about pulling a being gay. Yeah, your little car, okay, your little toy car that's powered the same way you use a Nintendo DS. My car runs on shit that destroys the world, okay? It literally runs on shit that is like in the earth, compacted like plants and like organic materials for like millions of years and shit, okay? It harnesses the power of the earth to make me move. I don't need your cringe normie new age tech, okay? Go plug in your little car to like the charging port. I don't give a fuck. My car can charge your car. It's got a battery in it, and my car goes on gas, the thing from the earth or whatever. I'm returning to tradition, okay, with a 2022 Subaru Impreza Premium. Tom, this is exactly how I've been feeling lately. I feel the parasocial relationship forming. Yes, you see now, this was the plan all along. This was the plan the entire time. To use my charming ways to pull you all into the fold, into the plan and form the cult, is it called a haram? The Turkey Tom, the Tom Dark haram, okay? You're all invited. The cult of personality that is sometimes known as Weed Town is being formed.
Freshman in college. First time smoking weed. Already trashed on whiskey. Twist hard. Wander down to a frat house. Post up outside and pretend to be security. Brothers let me and eventually leave. Asking people for IDs for about an hour. Whole time drinking hard liquor. To cops come up the stairs and ask to come in. Ask them for IDs. We are the cops. We are going to come in. I say riddle me this. Then proceed to puke on one of them.
Okay, so one of the most disliked videos on my channel is this video where I talked about why I have a burning hatred of the weed plant. And I saw something the other day that made me want to talk about this again a bit and kind of, talk about something related to this topic a little bit. So one of the boards I lurk on a bit is R9K. I go through phases where I lurk more than others at other times, but right now I've been lurking a lot in particular, and I was looking at this thread the other night that stuck with me a lot since I read it. It stuck to like the front of my brain, and sometimes I'll think of it. There will be things that remind me of it, and I'll be like, damn, that really is an interesting thing to think about, to talk about. How can I make money off of thinking about this? And here we are. Here we are, we're doing it. Here we are, we're talking about it, okay? We're making money off of thinking about 4chan threads. Yeah. The thread was basically asking like how to live the neat lifestyle, how much money you need to pull it off, how it goes, how enjoyable it is, if someone will regret it. The guy was asking like, how do I stay in one room all day and never leave and get paid by the government to do it via welfare checks?
じゃあこの先何年続ける気です ?10 年、20年、30年。このままずっと続けるんですか ?30 年後の自分の姿を想像してみてください。
30年後
RNT の夢破れ、実家に呼び戻され、 両親に養われて
And I remember reading this thread, and this one kid there was describing his lifestyle, and he was like proud of it. He was like, man, my life is just the best. I wake up at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and I play video games for 5 hours until dinner time with my family. Then I eat with them, and I spend some time with my family, and then I go upstairs and I talk to my friends on Discord and play video games. Then when my family's asleep, I open the window and I smoke that reefer, man. And then when that's over, I beat my meat 8 times in a row. Then, I eat a little something else. Maybe I have a cake or a donut. Then I play video games and watch anime for like 4 more hours, and then around 4 a.m. I go to sleep. And this guy was not like 10, he was not like 13, he was not 16 years old. He was not living like the 16-year-old fantasy of like, bro, I just want to smoke weed and watch anime. That's like all I do. No, this guy was 22 years old, and that was all he did. Sorry to, piss anyone in the audience off that's living this life right now, but, bro, what is wrong with you? Don't you want to do something? Like anything? Like, how is this the life you enjoy? Just living endless pleasures and constantly intaking, sensory overload. Like, no real meaning or purpose, no direction. Just a series of, oh, well, I just like to get high and beat off, and that's my whole life. That sounds so sad to me. Maybe he was telling the truth when he was like, yeah, my life rocks. This is all I want forever. Maybe he was coping. Maybe he was like, yeah, I love it so much. I have no motivation to do anything, and I'm a fucking loser. It's so good. But to me, that sounds so sad. The most depressing moments of my life have been the times when I was sitting around and playing video games all day and watching porn, okay? That was the worst part of my life, when that was all I did. I mean, it's not even that hard to, do something, to do something creative, to do something productive. It doesn't take that much effort. I mean, the dude didn't even have a part-time job. He just was a fucking nothing. He just did nothing. I feel like when you're in your late teens, at the latest, you're supposed to be over that shit and have that fire inside you to get that heat going, to do something. There's literally nothing more sad to me, nothing more pathetic than someone who has no job, not going to school, not some kind of artist or craftsman, has no desire to go anywhere, but instead is a full-grown adult man spending weeks on end sitting around having no desire to go anywhere in life, and they just fuck around like a child all day doing fucking nothing. That sounds so sad to me. I would be incredibly depressed if that was what I was doing all day, if that was the life that I was living, if that was the personality like that I had. It just seems so fucking sad. If you're one of these people that enjoys this, be sure to comment down below. And this is not the comment for engagement thing, which I normally do, but seriously, I actually want to know, if there's any of you living that lifestyle, comment down below. Tell me about it. Tell me about some friend that lives like that, because I want to know more about this, because it just seems like such a fucking sad thing to be doing all day. Yeah, man, I just I watch Netflix, and I watch anime, and I beat off, and I smoke weed, and I play Forza. That's my life. I play Forza all day. Yeah, I mean, why would I do anything else? My parents are letting me live at home. I mean, what else is there to do? It's just so sad. It's just pathetic. It's terrible, and I hate it, truly. I think it's unlikely that you'll regret working on something in your life and working towards something, right? Because if it doesn't work out, then you can always go back to whatever you were doing before, or you can try something else. But it's extremely likely that if you spend years of your life just dicking around and doing nothing, literally wasting away, that is the definition of degenerate. I know degenerate has a lot of different meanings online, and that's fair, It can be applied to a lot of things. Reddit users, Reddit degenerates. I fucking hate Reddit degenerates, okay? Reddit, furries, people like that, People who have fart fetishes, perhaps. That could be one of those. But I think the most degenerate thing out of all of those is someone who literally just sits around all day for years on end and literally degenerates into a fucking like couch or a bed. They just are turning into dust before your very eyes. It just makes me sad. Stop. Get up. Listen to I Prevail, okay? When they go on stage and they say get up, you get up. You get up and you go to your job. You do your thing. You code your gay-ass Discord bot, okay? You do a little programming. You take an online PHP course. I mean, it's amazing, what you can learn online. You truly can learn anything on the internet. There's literally no excuse. I know people that have learned programming languages from YouTube videos. There are basically free courses on anything on YouTube right now you can watch. You can learn how to work on cars. You can learn how to repair my Subaru Impreza because I hit too many homeless people with it. I mean, there are so many things you can learn online. It's not that hard. And instead, so many people just choose to I don't know, they just take it for granted. Motherfucker, you don't got to be the hardest working guy ever, okay? You can enjoy yourself, Maybe on the weekend, you got to smoke a little bit of your ganja, okay? Yeah, bro, I fucking smoke weed every day. Yeah, that's my shit. It's just that's all you do? Is there nothing else to you? That's all you're capable of? I feel like that's not even, You know, I'm not gonna do this like hyper masculinity thing because I mean, even if I was in a position to do that, I don't think I would. I find it kind of cringe. I find the alpha male shit kind of cringe. But I mean, you guys know what I look like. It's not like I'm not like I'm walking into the gas station. People are like, oh shit, that's the fucking guy. Yo, I know that fucking dude. My brother went to high school with him, and he said that, you know, every day he would find a new girl and he'd pop her head off like a dandelion. He'd flex his bicep and pop her head off like it was a dandelion, and she'd fall in love with him right there. He'd reattach her head. She'd give him sloppy toppy every day. Seriously, like, how can you possibly call yourself like a human being, like a fucking man, you know, an adult? Like, how can you have any self-respect if that's what you're doing with your life? Just wasting away inside of a fucking vortex of nothing, okay? Don't do that. Get up, do something cool, make YouTube commentary videos, okay? You know how easy it is to make YouTube commentary videos? I mean, if you want to, like, write them and, like, get good at that, I mean, that, you know, that will take a little time, but it's not hard. It's just a time investment. But if you want to just record bullshit videos and you do it consistently and you get better at it and you're actually motivated for it, I mean, you can do that shit, you know? It's not that hard. It's not that hard to be the guy that's doing well in life, you know? To be the guy who's doing at least okay in life. It's not that hard. Okay, you know what? I don't really care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm done. No more life advice. No more TED Talk. No more TED Talk videos. I'm gonna go back to talking about bullshit, about stupid shit, about Red Bull, about Monster, about coffee. I'm gonna talk about Pokimane. I'm gonna make a new video about Pokimane every day. Every day I'm making a new video about Pokimane. And this is now the Pokimane hate channel. I fucking hate her. Yeah, I'm just trying to save you guys. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you from damnation, okay? You guys should stop doing all this bullshit. Except watching my videos. You need to watch them. Okay, bye.